Of course, Faith Time is our weekly conversation on matters of faith, and joining us this morning is Rabbi Steven Silberman with Havas Hased Congregation. We're talking about a recent observance in synagogues this past week, the revelation of Mount Sinai. So what is that?
The people of Israel, shortly after leaving the land of Egypt under the leadership of Moses, arrived at Mount Sinai. And as described in the book of Exodus, Moses went up to the mountain and the people were at base camp, you might say, and Moses came down with the 2 stone tablets upon which were engraved the 10 great words, as they're called in Hebrew, the 10 great words. And ta-da, it's fantastic, and that's Revelation. And maybe some people are familiar with the famous movie with Charlton Heston, and he comes down and he looks grand and he speaks with that magnificent voice. But of course, nobody today knows exactly what happened or how it took place. So that's where a little bit of discussion comes into play.
Why are the 10 Commandments important?
The people of Israel had just been through centuries of oppression and control, and now they're free. Freedom doesn't mean doing whatever the heck you want. Freedom means to live as a society based upon law and justice. And an analogy might be, if the Revolutionary War had ended and there were no Constitution and Bill of Rights, what would our nation have been like? So the 10 Commandments and also the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, gave the people of Israel a framework how to live their lives, and especially how not to abuse and enslave others.
So what, if any, differences are there between the Jewish observance of this event and how it's recounted in the Bible?
Of course, we don't know exactly what happened 3,300 years ago at the mountain. Nowadays, the 2-day of holiday, it's called Shavuot, 2 days of holiday, are observed by singing, by prayer in synagogue. It's a COVID experience. We're doing our prayer services on Zoom, but typically people come to synagogue. There is a festive air in the observance of the holiday, and because the land of Israel is called a land of milk and honey, there came to be the association that this holiday observed by eating sweet and dairy foods. And if you like ice cream or cheesecake, Chad, this is the holiday for you. And the main focus nowadays in the holiday of Shavuot, or the holiday of weeks, as it's called in Hebrew, is to study Scripture and learn how to be better people.
How did the Torah and the Commandments change that society?
As I said before, the people of Israel had just experienced this national trauma, and we take seriously guiding principle that God wants us to learn and grow in every generation as individuals and as a community. So the 10 Commandments and the 5 books of Moses are our guideposts, and we're to learn not as individuals, but always in the context of a group, because we learn by sharing and discussing. So the 10 Commandments and the Torah are our message from God, you might say, revealed in every generation as we continue to learn how to be better people. Revelation for Jews nowadays means study and learning and harnessing conscience.
That's Rabbi Steven Silberman with Havas Hased Congregation. We thank him for joining us for this edition of Faith Time. And News 5 this morning will continue after the break.